So now I'm going to use a spar green to finish off the leaves. So again, I'm going to just use the palette. So this canvas is dried now, left it overnight. So you can see this is from like the acrylic paint of last night. Didn't manage to dry it properly. Oh sorry, I forgot about this. You've got to open it up with the cap. So and just leave a tiny bit of paint there. So I'm gonna squeeze. I'm gonna squeeze a little bit of paint. So I'm just gonna do a little bit because I realised from last night that you don't actually use that much. So don't want to overdo it. So I now completed the leaves. So these were not too bad, they're quite big. So this brush tip was just perfect. So I've just done the leaves. This was the perfect brush to do it, and this was the number 3. The focus on this is awful, I'm afraid. And you know, earlier you saw how little I put onto the palette. Still got a lot left after doing the leaves, so I'm going to do another part of the canvas. So I've been doing other parts of the canvas, as you can see, like the wood, like the tree bark effect here. I've used the brown already when I did the vine of the ivy, and I've also done the donut, the chocolate topping of the donut, the cork of the apple. I've also painted the apple from when I used the rose colour to do the flowers, and also painted the snake's tongue. I've also started on the letter E as well. Now I'm just going to start on this one here. So I'm going to do the green on there. So just like to show you what I'm doing. There hasn't been a long clip on me painting a particular letter because I don't know if you'll be interested in watching that. So this is going to be like a crocodile print. So I think we're keeping with this paintbrush because it's quite fine at the tip. So it's perfect for doing small parts of the canvas, and it's also important to use the colour whilst it's out because otherwise it will dry up. And also not to waste anything as well. So these washed really well, so I used these last night, the brushes, and this morning they're fine again. I've had in the past where I can't use the brushes again because I've left them too long and it's all dried up. You can see this is like colouring a picture. It's rather fun, and because I've drawn it in pencil already, it's not as bad for thinking, because you just need to colour it in, don't need to design it. So hard to design with a paintbrush. As you can see, I'm just slowly colouring in what I've drawn in pencil, and also the key to this is to be really slow with the paintbrush. If you try to rush it, it will more likely than not go wrong. So art pieces aren't something that you can really rush, but spend time on it. And again, like, you don't need to use a lot of paint for this, and you definitely don't need to add any water. And also because the canvas is quite an absorbent material, you don't want to ruin the canvas by putting too much water onto the canvas. You want to keep the paint as dry as possible. And when you've got too much on the paintbrush, you can just do that and then spread it out then. Another thing is the brush will start to fray after a few uses. It might help to have those pulled out just so that it doesn't ruin any painting by going out of line. So sometimes the paint can go onto those part of the brush, and as you place the brush down, it might place paint where you don't want it to be. So once it starts to fray, it is important to sort that out. And if it does start fraying too much, you'll have to get new brushes. You can see I've just coloured it in. The paint quality is pretty good, so you've seen what it looks like dry, because sometimes paint changes shades and stuff once it's dried, and it's been fine. And the texture on the canvas is quite nice, but you've got to put quite a thick coat of paint on for the texture, otherwise it will be just quite flat on the canvas. So like this is just one layer and it looks quite flat on the canvas. I do need to go over it again. I went for the leaves because it's already quite a bright colour. I wanted to give more emphasis on the background colour of the letter A. But for this, because it's kind of like a scaly pattern, I want to give it a bit of texture. So you've got to put quite a few coats on. I think another tip in keeping the brush nice and the palette nice is you should always wash it after each colour. And I mean with the paintbrush you need to thoroughly clean it, not just dip it in water. You need to soak it a bit in the water and then make sure you dry it off, or otherwise it will ruin the brush. So once you applied the base coat on, if you then layer it the second coat after it's had time to dry up a bit, it will start to look darker and the texture will thicken. And you've successfully layered the paint together. So the quality of this canvas is not fantastic, but it's make do. This will make a perfect gift idea as well. Is you can personalise a canvas either by putting somebody's name on it or drawing something that they like on it and gifting this to them. It does come with stuff at the back to help you hang it up, so they can always hang it up in the bedroom wall, living room wall. Just a nice touch. So I thought this would be a good idea. So this isn't a gift, but I've received gifts before where it's really nice like this, like personalised canvases, drawings, arts and craft bits and pieces. I thought I'll show you the finished product. So I think it's really good. So thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.